My name is Rachel. I am the Thrifty Crocheter, and I haven't read another story from here from a little while. Crochet Liberation Front. This story is called My New Hooks, and it's by Amy Woolwine, aka Amy Crochets. When I first picked up a hook with the intention of using it, I was 25, a new mother, trying to figure out what was going on in my new world. My son's severe prematurity had prevented my return to a job I didn't think I wanted long term anyway. But I had been earning nearly half our income before his birth. I can't remember why I began to crochet, maybe as a path to inexpensive gifting. But I made several Afghans for baby and Christmas gifts, and I enjoyed myself. On some level, I was surprised, not necessarily with the enjoyment, but with the satisfaction with the results. My previous experience with crochet was as the recipient of my grandmother's endeavors throughout my childhood. Brightly colored pillow form covers, pom-pom slippers I wore to elementary school over my swollen bee-stung foot, several Afghans, pronounced Afghans by Grandma, and a sweater sent to me in high school that had not benefited from the words sizing or shaping or style. And sizing, shaping, and style are in quotation marks. I used them and wore them, loving the connection to a grandmother who lived thousands of miles away and cringing internally at the old-fashionedness of it all. Still, I never claimed to be fashionable, and I wore the sweater to high school, a hug from a woman, an ocean, and most of a continent away. By the time my first son was born, Grandma had been gone for over 5 years. She had been my last surviving grandparent and the only one who had met my husband. Although she passed away a year before we were engaged, when I picked up that hook for the first time, I'd like to say I felt an instant connection across generations of time, but my life is not a novel. As a sleep-deprived, postpartum depression mom of a high-needs preemie, my mind was simply on the hook and yarn and pattern, hopeful that the finished product would eventually match the picture on a skein wrapper or in the book, and more than anything, thankful for the distraction. The more I hooked, though, the more tiny memories began niggling at the back of my brain, niggling, Niggling, I never heard that word before, niggling at the back of my brain until one day I felt the connection. The connection, once I finally got it, brought with it that warm, fuzzy feeling of contentment you'd expect. Still, as my son grew and his little brother joined the family, my hands became fuller and the hooks and yarn were stashed away for, quote, sometime soon, unquote. Now, years later, they've come back out with a vengeance, and my mother showed up with a gift for me last week, a collection of hand-turned wooden crochet hooks we had bought for Grandma during those high school years. Wow. Mom just happened to find them. Oh, that is so cool. And I'm just happened to be ready for them. Nice. I'm ready for the handiwork, and I'm ready for a renewal of that connection. And I'm ready to appreciate once again a deeper level the love that went into those pom-poms, pillows, and sweaters. That is such a cool story. So I hope you have appreciated it. And I know a lot of you have probably learned from your mothers and aunts and grandmothers too. So you understand that connection. But I hope you're appreciating the little stories that are in this book. I bought this from Half Price Books a couple years ago, and it was almost $18 then. I think I looked it up and it was like around $25, $30 now. So anyway, y'all have a good day now. Bye.